If you want to know a secret of how to sustain your flow state and be able to hack the flow state in a sense, where you're actually increasing the amount of alpha waves that you produce, well, this is the video to watch. Let's get it.
I'm inspired. I'm inspired.
Hey there guys, how's it going? My name is Sumedh Chatterjee from the Flow Zone Academy. I'm a flow state coach, which means that I help you feel better and perform better. Today I'm talking about how to hack the flow cycle in order for you to actually maintain and sustain it, okay? So this is a very, very secret technique that I found out quite recently, okay? And I want you to really practice. Jeez, what's happening over there? So I've tried this for a very long time, right? And it's very, very effective. So I want you to try it out as well. What I've noticed is that when you were tapping into the flow cycle, there's struggle phase, release phase, flow, and recovery. Then you go back to struggle again, okay? This is a biological cycle. You can't skip this cycle, okay? It's just gonna happen for you regardless, okay? Let's say you're running on a treadmill, you're struggling at first, you're like in the beta brainwaves. You push through, you let go, it becomes easier after a while, right? So that becoming easier, that release phase is really the secret. It's kind of the bridge between the flow phase and the struggle phase, right? The release phase is what you need in order for you to maintain an optimal level of release, which will get you flow. And if you look at this actual cycle shared by the Flow Genome Project, you will notice that there is nitric oxide associated with it, okay? If you really want to create this Goldilocks effect of just right, okay? You want to increase your nitrate and your nitric oxide. Of course, there's supplementations for this, but one way that I've found is through beetroot juice, okay? Or just beetroot in general, and citrus and, you know, red spinach, a bunch of other things. However, beetroot juice is really powerful because they did a study where they saw, you know, they're testing on beetroot and then black currant. And what they found is 49% increase in nitrate. And the people who took the beetroot juice, they spent 16% longer in their workouts, okay? 16% longer. That means their endurance, their stamina became better. Their blood flow, their vasodilation became better. So this is an oxygen hack, right? It increases the amount of oxygen delivery system in your body. This also has brain boosting, muscle boosting benefits, right? And another just quick tip that I would say is don't skip your cardio, okay? You can maintain cardio at least 15 minutes, being in the sun, you know, helping with the serotonin and that recovery phase too. You know, it really helps. It'll help you later on in your life. If you're leading a very sedentary lifestyle and you're much older, you're plus 40 years old, you need to be getting some walking in, okay? You need to be getting your cardio in. If you really want to live that flow state lifestyle, what I call it, okay? You have to create a lifestyle around it. If you're doing meditation, if you're doing yoga, if you're working out, you're going to start getting more of that flow state, and you'll start noticing that you can stay in that pocket for longer. I've noticed people who have gotten to, you know, doing yoga for a really long time, they're now able to stay in that flow state. It's just so effortless and easy for them. Whereas someone who's never done yoga before, they just they feel clunky in their own bodies. They don't have that mind-body-spirit connection, okay? The flow state is all about that, okay? So you really have to understand that the yogis call this state turiya, which is the fourth state of consciousness, right? And, you know, we call it wu-wei, if we're looking at the Chinese philosophy there, right? Whichever way you want to perceive it, it's just this state is the most optimal way for you to perform. If you want that, you got to increase your nitric oxide because you'll be able to stay in the release phase for longer. And when you can stay in the release phase for longer, then you can also tap into the flow state, okay? One mindset shift that I recommend to clients is don't think of struggle phase as anxiety, okay? Think of struggle phase as preparedness. It's like what you need to get through the doorway of flow state, right? It's the portal that you want to walk through, which is flow state. I can actually let go and surrender to the moment and feel into my feelings more, right? It's not through thinking that you're going to get into flow state. It's through feeling, okay? Abraham Hicks calls this the vortex, okay? I think the vortex is very kind of synonymous with flow in a sense, because it just, the way she describes inspiration, joy, gratitude, all these higher vibrational states or emotions, you could say. There's a very awesome little guided meditation, I guess you could call it, where she's actually speaking about the vortex. So I can actually link that in the video below if you're interested in knowing more about that. But I found that I tried that out yesterday, and it was really powerful. I got moments where I just release my tension in my own body and be like, oh. And again, I'm not a huge Abraham Hicks fan. Of course, I am interested in the science of channeling and things like this. I found that this particular meditation creates a very unique vibe, because the way she's describing it, like, I love the vortex. I love how it makes me feel engaged. It's this feeling of like going towards something, right? Like you feel like very drawn and magnetized and feeling good and appreciating yourself and loving yourself, and it's just good feelings, right? It's just good feelings, just feeling good, right? Like right now I'm just feeling good. I'm feeling the wind through my hair. I'm out in nature, okay? I'm recording a video for you guys. By the way, thank you so much, oh my goodness, for the 800 subscribers who are watching me. That feels like an incredible, milestone right now. I know we're gonna get to 1,000 soon, guys, but I really appreciate the love and support, and I want to keep creating content, keep optimizing this, because I'm a maximizer, man. I'm trying to find all the pathways towards self-improvement, improving lifestyle, your conditioning, just getting rid of the gunk, the subconscious gunk that's there. If you need help with that, reach out to me. I can help you with that. I also do a lot of emotional clearing work, so we'll get rid of some of the emotions that are blocking your flow state, actually, right? There's certain flow state blocks and certain emotions that are energetic patterns, right, that are stuck in your body that you need to release, that you actually need to reframe and live in a way where you're not caught up in these loops, these emotional loops, okay? Lastly, I would just say that try embracing the struggle phase and stay with the tension. Just stay present through the tension. As the tension is happening, don't resist it. Because if you resist on top of the resistance, guess what? More resistance. If you ease into the resistance, there's a letting go. There's that nitric oxide boost. There's you breathing deeper, okay? If you have sinus issues, breathing issues, things like this, or issues with sleep apnea, get that sorted, okay? I brought a new nasal inhalant and a de-stressor essential oil that I just put on top of my head if I get like migraines, things like this. As I, do a lot of meditation and all these things, right? I sometimes get a lot of energy up in my crown and all these downloads coming through. So I want to be able to, maintain a proper kind of mechanism for me to de-stress, get back into my state, get back into my feeling. Okay, I'm also starting a Tantra journey, which is going to be very exciting. So I hope this video helps you out today. Have an incredible day. May the flow be with you and stay legendary. Let's get it today. Upward spiral, gang. May we never be the same again. Hit that subscribe button.